Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the road in life gets rough, Jah sweep over my soul. Okay, people, come with me as we go on a jungle walk to Fondor, and we're going to approach Fondor from the first entrance at the end of the Lakai stretch on the left. So it will take us approximately 13 minutes to reach the Bay Area, but along the way there are some interesting things that we may see. Discuss some of the matters pertaining to the ecosystem of Fondor, and we'll just basically observe, some of the things some of the amenities that you will experience along the way. It is a very relaxing area, a very tranquil place to come to, and it is a place that is kind of overlooked. Much can be done in that area, and I know that some of you who are overseas, who have been here before, you might have seen the place may be looking very different from what you're accustomed to, and these things happen sometimes over a period of time. But just enjoy the journey. Keep the fire burning. First time seeing a live iguana. First time seeing a live iguana. Now I'm on my way. If anyone comes see me today, tell them I'll be gone for the day. I'll be down by the river, waiting for the good Lord to pass my way. Oh yes. It's another road here. Last time I was here, I saw some people doing horseback riding in that area here. So all these places here are places that you can come and catch crabs, especially when there's a lot of rain. So when this place is flooded, when you have storms and heavy rains, now certain areas will get flooded. Now you know you have the crabs in some of these holes. Some of the holes will get flooded, and the crabs will be coming up to get oxygen. And so sometimes you'll find the crabs walking on the ground because they cannot stay in the holes with the water, and that's where that's where you'll just come, and in a short space of time you might catch like a bag of crabs or half bag of crab in a short space of time, because they will just be out of their holes. This is a bridge here. That's coming to the other side. There are people with the farms over there. The banana farms on the other side here. This is a ravine here. I wonder where that thing is coming from. That must be the same drain that is parallel to the highway, to the Lakai highway. I think that is it. Fire upon Rome, people pal and them scissors and comb. Black people want go home, a Mount Zion of the righteous throne. I think, wow, I'm not sure what's going on here, but that road is much better than it was the last time I came here. The last time I came here, it was more muddy, and it was not that wide. It was just a track, and that was probably last year. Or maybe I'm not remembering how the place was. This is the same ravine that I was telling you about. Now the thing is, I'm walking in this place and I know that okay, here's what happened. The last time I came here, the road was the same way, but there comes a point where it narrows down. It comes a point where it narrows down and it gets smaller. That's what happened. Alright, so in a place like that, I'm coming to this place, but I'm well aware of the environment and the possible animals that can be here. I know that there are crabs. As you can see, these holes here, these are crab holes, and most times when people come here, these are the places that they will come in and look for crabs. As you can see, there was one in that hole there and it just went in as soon as it saw me. There's another one here. You can see the feet, but if it feels the vibration, it will go in. But the thing is, when you come into a place like that, you must be aware that there are other creatures that live here. There are other living things that live here. We have to be aware that we are coexisting with other animals. We are sharing the environment with other animals. And so, when I come to a place like here, or any other nature reserve, they would have given you an idea of the animals that are there. Or you should have an idea of the animals that are there, of the plants that are there, even before you go to a place like that. Now, in this place, I saw an iguana just a while ago. Okay. Now this area here, there's this pile of rubbish, shrubs, dried shrubs over here. And kinda I don't like passing under these places for a number of reasons. Because one time we were we were at Fondo, and directly overhead was a big boar. And there can be other things too. So I have to just look carefully at what we have here before I pass under this thing. Here, what do we got here? Alright. Okay, so in a place like that, in these dried leaves and shrubs overhead, there are so many things that you can find here. It could be that there is an opossum with young ones, and they can become very aggressive when they have their young ones. Or it could be that again you may have boars there, And you may have the Fidelis. Fidelans. And look this area, look at this. Thick matting of dry matter. You check it? So you have to be careful when you go into those places. So I'm trying to avoid walking directly. So you cannot just go to an environment, a nature reserve, an ecosystem like that, and walk blindly. You have to be careful, man. You have to know what you're running into. You have to know what you're running into. Check it. You cannot just run up on animals in the wild like that. Some of the things will get very defensive. So you have to try to see what's going on. Now in a place like that, it's always good to come with your boots. I didn't come with my boots. The long boots that the farmers use, the rubber boots, is ideal for these places.
No one knows the pain I feel inside for the sufferers, Dave. No one knows the pain I feel inside for the sufferers.
Now the thing is, I like this kind of environment. There is something therapeutic about being in these kind of places. It is almost like there's a healing process associated with being here. So there's this one route that I can take, but I'm going to take this one because this is the one I normally take, and I know the condition of this one here. Okay, I know the condition of this one. That's the one I normally take, and there's less mud in that place in this one here. Look, you see, all of these here, these plants here are plants that grow in mangrove areas. All right, and they are plants and animals that will grow, that will thrive, survive in these areas. Okay, now in some countries and in some places, even here too, in some of these mangrove areas, when it is flooded, or when the water level is high there, sometimes you get fish laying eggs, coming and lay their eggs there for safety and protection, to protect the eggs and protect the small fish from predators. And so when they reach a certain size, they will go back into the natural wild environment, or environment that is more favorable to the growth of bigger ones. But I'm just showing you the trail. This is a place I've been to on many occasions by myself. Now you can see there are coconut trees. Look at how tall these things are. Now some of these coconut trees, one of my bosses, my former bosses, told me that these coconut trees, some of them are around 80 years old. Some of these coconut trees that we have in the country, very old, around 80 years old. That is why you see the governments have been coming up with different programs to get people to plant in new stock. because some of these old coconut trees, they do not bear anymore. So you have to replace the old stock. Now this place, Founder, I've been coming here from the time I was a baby. Sometimes when you're sick, they would bring you here. Sometimes, you know, you would be growing up and you would be having some skin lesions, and they would take you to the beach. But this is a place I've been to a lot. And a long time ago when I was a kid, there used to be some old military houses, military barracks in these areas over there. There was a time there were all military houses in this place. But that was a very long time ago, it was small. But the thing is, we do not like protecting and preserving our old buildings, our historical buildings. So that's why I have tremendous respect for, look, a big crab in this hole there. Big crab in that hole here. I'm going closer, closer, closer. I hope it doesn't go down. But there's a big crab in that area, in that hole here. Yeah. That's why I respect the people like Mr. Tulsi and the tremendous work that he's doing in terms of preserving the architecture, the heritage, the historical buildings in St. Lucia. You check it? I respect all the environmental groups in the country. I'm through the Ministry of Agriculture and the OECS environmental groups. Big respect to those groups. They try to protect the environmental quality, water quality, buildings. They try to protect probably even the quality of food we have in the country. There are people who are doing work in this country, very good work. But again, people who are doing great things in the country, you don't really hear about them too much. But I have tremendous respect for the environmental groups that we have in the country. So we're close to the beach right now. We're close to Founder Beach. I can feel, I can smell, I can feel, I can touch the salt in the air that I'm breathing right now. And you can see through, just watch through this, you can see the beach hammering, making noise like a machine.
Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the road in life gets rough, Jaja, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the road in life gets rough, Jaja, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the road in life life gets rough, Jah Jah sweep over my soul.